Huge week for crypto this week. We have all these bills passing through the U.S. legal system. It's big stuff. We got Bitcoin news. We got so much Ethereum news. Ethereum new paradigm of money vibes. Crazy shit. Solana, other stuff. We got a lot of stuff. Lots of trade setups. You guys better be paying attention. Let's get into it. So first and foremost, Speaker Johnson says the Genius Act voting will be scheduled for tomorrow. Clarity Act possibly next week. He adds the House will include anti-CBDC legislation into it as well, which is, of course, very, very important because screw CBDCs. They're evil Orwell money, so good to see it happening. Now, we have insanely big legislation passing in the USA. Huge hype in the market right now, I think, around this. And I wonder if when those bills get passed, it perhaps marks some kind of area where we could see a bit of a cooling in the market afterwards. We shall see, of course. There's the thought right now, but I think definitely the market is getting very excited about huge legislation passing in the USA, or it's just going to be the spark that lights us even higher. We shall see. But often these big news events are followed by slight cool downs. Doesn't mean we have to go into another 6-month consolidation period. Maybe, we finally get a little bit of a cool off after the insane run everything's been on right now. It's bonkers, man. House voted 217 to 212 to advance the rules setting up floor votes on crypto legislation after near a 10-hour delay, paving the way for final passage of major digital asset bills. This is big, guys. We've literally been waiting for this for a long, long time. Decade plus, okay? Ever since I've had this channel, I've been saying we need regulation. We need, positive, common sense regulation that's not going to crush the industry. It's going to do good for the industry. So, yay. It's finally happening. Good stuff. Now, bad stuff. Biden sold all the Bitcoin, guys. Holy shit. America's got no Bitcoin left. Well, they have about 29,000 BTC, give or take a few. Holy shit, man. Biden sold all the Bitcoin, guys. Now Trump's got to buy it back 3 or 4 times higher. Holy crap. So according to information obtained by this journalist here, U.S. Marshals say the government currently only holds 28,988 BTC. They were thought to hold up to 200,000 BTC. Now, we've often said, of course, a part of the Bitcoin holdings that the USA is currently holding is probably Bitfinex's Bitcoin, and that's probably going to go back to them at some point in the future. Likely, as long as they don't mafia steal it off them. But, man, America doesn't have a lot of Bitcoin, man. They better get stacking. I mean, think about it. Michael Saylor's got 600,000 Bitcoin right now. U.S. government's got less than 30,000, man. They better get that strategic reserve going and get it going fast because they are way behind. What do you think, China? Was China over there? China's like, shit, the Americans have no Bitcoin. Quick, buy. That's nuts, man. Biden sold the Bitcoin, guys. Biden sold the Bitcoin. It's crazy shit. By the way, Bitcoin apparently absorbed the selling of gargantuan sums of Bitcoin last year during the reign of the Biden regime, and we survived. So there you go. Germany sold, Biden sold. Who didn't sell last year? Jeez. Bitcoin currently chilling up here around $118,000. Of course, this now becomes our key focal point for the price of Bitcoin, $116,000 approximately. So that's our key level right now to watch for support as we head into the weekend here pretty soon. So let's see how we go there. But now we have 2 key levels. Now we have something to look out for, okay? 123 up above and 116 down below, okay? Also keep in mind the 20-day EMA yellow line on the chart here, as you can see, currently coming in right around let's say 114,000 approximately, okay? So a pullback to that area, totally cool, fine, and normal, by the way, if it happens, all right? But let's see what plays out over the weekend. Price starting to consolidate here in a tighter range. Let's see if it moves significantly or not over the weekend. But certainly altcoins are taking the lead while Bitcoin takes a little bit of a breather, okay? And by the way, just to reiterate, my thought is that this run on Bitcoin takes us to around $150,000, which is the 2.618 Fibonacci line, which would be a logical place for the next stopping point before we enter a new consolidation period. Guys, if you're trading these markets, get yourselves an account over on BitUnix, man. This is where I'm doing most of my trading these days. If you want to join me, the current campaign's only got about 2 weeks left in it, so you better hop on board now. BitUnix is a no KYC exchange, meaning it doesn't matter where you live. You can use BitUnix, no KYC, no VPN. That's known as freedom, okay? Come here, trade freely, long the rips, short the dips, all the big coins. They got your meme coins and stuff too. And here's the deal. Right now, if you sign up using the link right down here, you can get up to a $400 deposit bonus. That means you put in $1,000, they give you $200 back, put in $2,000, $400 cash money back into your account. That's nuts. Plus, you get up to $9,000 in trading bonuses. The more you trade, the more money cash back into your account. Pretty damn cool deals. Go check it out. Link down below. Okay, by the way, current positions open over here on BitUnix. We've got a Pepe trade going right now. Opened that up today. I did get stopped out on a Moo Deng and a Brett trade yesterday. Very small losses on those. It's fine. Those probably still break out. Got a trigger order in still for the stinky hippo coin. We'll talk about that in a minute. But Solana trade still printing. Been in this one since about $150, something like that. So it's been popping for a while. Nice to see. Let's see if we can ride it significantly higher. Solana looking for a key breakout. We'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, just to show you guys, I'm putting money where my mouth is. We are trading these markets. I'm trading on BitUnix. It's my place where I'm doing most of my futures trading at the moment. Anyway, XRP, gosh darn. XRP is doing the new paradigm of money thing right now, guys. Now, we called this breakout at $2.30. We entered this trade at $2.30. That trade's actually from Femex, not BitUnix. But anyway, gosh darn. My only mistake was I should have just put everything in it. Holy cow. It's like, it's fine. It's fine. I'm making money in the trade. It feels good. It's a nice trade. But it's one of those ones where you guys look back and you're like, why didn't I put more in that? Why didn't I size it up more? XRP is such a ridiculous coin. When it pumps, it just goes giga chad crazy. It does nothing for ages and then goes, blah. Anyway. Yay. Yay. And hey, shout out to all the XRP heads out there. Guys, the price is going up. The bread, garlic house. They're cooking the bread, man. They're cooking the bread. Jokes aside, let's talk about Ethereum. Ethereum had its biggest single day ever of inflow. $726 million of effing Ethereum got bought yesterday, guys. Everything is changing. Now, I had a lot of criticisms about ETH earlier this year. In fact, I even sold my ETH and then rebought it later on. It's fine. It's fine. But things started changing, which is why I re-entered the position. Okay, when I sold for 10x profits or whatever, by the way, when I sold, I said, you know what? There's a lot of stuff going in the wrong direction here for ETH. There's almost no inflows to the ETFs. The devs don't seem to give a shit about anything, but then devs started giving a shit. Vitalik came out and said we're committed to 10x scaling for the main chain. Inflows started slowly picking up on ETH ETFs. Said, okay, you know what? Let's go. Boom. Back into some ETH. So we're back in. We've been back in that for a while. It's pumping, man. There's crazy stuff going on. I also got ETH betas like SharpLink Gaming and BitMine by Tom Lee stocks, right? But the core ETH position, significantly big enough. And damn, look at this. Wall Street is showing up to the party in a serious way. There's some crazy, crazy numbers here. Eric Connor pointing out, not sure people are properly comprehending the supply crunch that's coming for ETH with sustained demand from Wall Street. 231,000 ETH were bought today in ETFs alone. 2008 new ETH were produced. That's insane. They bought 100x more ETH than were produced. Damn. That's crazy, man. Of course, all the treasury companies and stuff buying more too. I think Tom Lee's company bought another $500 million or something like that today. These are bonkers, crazy numbers, guys. There's only 120 million ETH in total, okay? So if you break that down, 1.2 million ETH is 1%, okay? So 0.25% of the supply was bought in one day by Wall Street. One day. Holy shit. Things are heating up fast, man. Tony the Bull. My raging bull indicator just flipped back on Ethereum. Let's effing go. Now, we can see the raging bull indicator has had a few great hits here where it's absolutely seen the price rip gargantuanly afterwards. Let's see if we are one of those gargantuan rip phases or if we're in sort of this like 2019, 2021. But I think we're ready for a gargantuan rip phase, personally. Let's go. Axel here saying, this is insane to think about. Wintermute has no ETH left on their OTC desk, okay? They run out. Allegedly, okay? Just FYI. ETH right now, damn, man, it's crazy. Now, we called here on the channel for you guys, okay? Shared it on X, talked about it with you guys here. If you missed the initial move, I mean, again, we've been in the ETH move since $2,300 or some crap like that, okay? When we had the big sell-off, didn't quite nail the bottom at 2,100, but got in pretty close, okay? Now, what I've been saying for a while, watch for the range break at 2,700 bucks. Range broke, went up to our first target, which was $3,000. Target one, hit, boom. Then we bull flagged. We were calling out, bull flag, coming, guys, watch out. $500 breakout. It's going to go from 3,000 to 3,500 bucks real quick. Boom. Okay, on to 3,478. Close enough. Holy crap, man. Mega move on ETH here. Now, let's see if we can put in another bull flag, start consolidating around this level here. Watching to see how we play out here for the next few days on ETH. Been a gargantuan move so far. I mean, things have basically been up only for the past few weeks, which is fantastic and exciting. At some point, we'll see some pretty big leverage flushes. So just FYI, keep that in mind if you're trying to chase the move now. Chasing the move right now, probably not the best idea, unfortunately. If you missed the $2,700 breakout and then you missed as well the bull flag, I don't see a trade here necessarily right now on ETH. Currently riding my trade. My entry was good, so I'm riding that up. But let's see now if we can either get a retracement or actually start consolidating and putting in another bull flag over the next few days. So let's see what happens here, how the price reacts. ETH BTC ratio breaking out. Fantastic. Come on, baby. 0.05. That's what we need. That's what we need. And then we're cashing our ETH out. Hopefully it happens around 7,700 bucks or so. $7,000, $8,000 would be great. Just as an aside, let's see ETH break out to all-time highs, baby. Pepe. Now, if you have missed the ETH trade, I got good news for you because key ETH betas like Pepe still are looking pretty damn juicy on the charts here, okay? Now, if you want to get in a trade currently, I think Pepe's at an entry level, and I've been accumulating shit tons of spot Pepe, okay? Right throughout this zone here, we've been accumulating truckloads of spot Pepe, okay? It's one of my probably top 7-8 holdings right now is Pepe. Full portfolio disclosure as always down below here. YouTube comment section. Check it out. Anyway, so currently potentially looking at a major breakout here. As you can see, the key resistance line was 0.000135. Currently price trading just slightly above that. Let's see if the bulls can step up here. We have had some decent climb in volume the last few days, as you can see right here. So let's see if the bulls can keep it up here and push higher. If so, it could be a significant breakout here for Pepe, especially considering that usually when ETH breaks out, Pepe tends to follow shortly thereafter. That's why we talk about as an ETH beta. So let's see what happens. I've got a leverage trade in here, as you guys saw, but also a very big spot position. So let's see how we roll here on Pepe over the next few days. Solana floor, just in according to on-chain data, Galaxy Digital purchased approximately $55 million worth of Solana in the past 2 hours, transferring the holdings from several centralized exchanges to its wallet, probably to stake. Cool. Solana gearing up for a major breakout as well. So this is actually on the weekly chart here. You can see we've got this crazy control zone around 175 bucks essentially. Currently the price is at 177, so potentially a major breakout here. You can see key resistance back here, key support back here, resistance here. Okay, resistance here as well. We got a lot of price history with this one, even here, support zone. Again, very critical zone here for Solana, potentially breaking out. Weekly MACD on the uptrend here, as you can see, meaning that this could be the breakout that potentially sends Solana back up to at least retest previous highs, if not put in new all-time highs. We actually have to confirm that breakout here on the weekly and not see it reject heavily here into the close of this week, okay? So potential trade you could enter right now here on this, okay? But just keep in mind that we got to watch for the weekly close here as well, all right? That's going to be really critical for Solana. And I've got spot Solana bags. We got pretty well packed here in sort of the 140-ish range. Been pretty good zone to stack up a whole truckload of Solana. Plus, we have a leverage long that's been going since 150, as you guys saw a few minutes ago from the BitUnix page I shared there. So Solana, man, yeah, damn, all this happening, the ETFs haven't even been approved yet. Look at the demand. Look at what happened to Ethereum today. There's been $1 billion plus in inflows in Ethereum this week. I mean, these are crazy numbers, guys. These are for Ethereum, these are bonkers numbers. Look at this. Just in the past few days, what have we had? 259 million, 192 million, 726. That's over a billion, like 1.2 billion in inflows just from ETFs, not to mention that SharpLink Gaming and BitMine keep buying shit tons of ETH too, okay? What happens when Solana gets these ETFs, man? It's going to absolutely rip, and those could be coming any day now, apparently, okay? That's what the SEC nerds or the SEC, the ETF nerds are saying, so watch out, okay? Final one here for you today. We're still watching for a dirty, stinky hippo coin breakout. You see the triangle, you see the price levels right here, okay? Now, we got stopped out yesterday. We had a little bit of a fake rally up, came back down within the triangle, stopped me out. It's fine. It's fine. That's what you use stop losses for. I've got a new trigger order in, same level, 21 cents. Let's see if we get to catch it on the next breakout attempt. This thing's coiling up like crazy, man. When the dirty, stinky hippo coin runs, it's probably going to run super effing hard. So let's see what happens. There's your meme coin trade of the day. Guys, you're awesome. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you back in the next one. Peace.